as I'm working on paintings, it occurred to me that maybe it might be interesting to be able to tell the story about the paintings that I work on. And so today will probably be the first of many vlog posts talking about the process and why I create what I create. Lately, I've been using these ACM panels. This is a 6x6 panel, and sometimes I really enjoy working smaller just to have that feeling of success and to be able to get a painting out a little bit faster. And so you'll notice in the background here, that is one of my most recent paintings, and I've really enjoyed working on this material, this aluminum composite material. It actually is supposed to make it so your paintings are less flexible like canvas is, and there's less likelihood of cracking as they dry. And so I just think it's really interesting. I saw a gentleman painting on one of these and just thought, you know, that's a novel idea. I'll be interested to see what that framing process is for this, since I have never had one framed yet, but I'll keep you posted on that. So today I'm going to start a painting that is of a special kind of flamingo. It looks a little bit different than your normal flamingos. It's got a beautiful beak that has lots of color in it. And I've actually drawn this one a few times, but now I'm going to paint it in oil and do a little headshot. And I'm going to take you with me. I don't expect these videos to be super long, but it's kind of nice to be able to tell the story behind the piece. And if you have questions, you can put them down in the comments. I'd love to answer them. Let's get started. For this piece, you can see that I'm just marking certain areas of the flamingo. I decided to actually draw this with paint a little bit, a little paint and a little Gamsol to get this placed here on this panel. Sometimes I don't like using pencil because it smears and makes a mess, and sometimes can disappear if you prep your panel, so I tried a different approach this time. I also approached the background a little bit differently because normally I tone the canvas, and this time I thought I might eliminate a step and put in the background first, so I had a nice kind of medium toned background and didn't have to go back later and put in this background. Of course, when I'm painting animals, I've got to put the eye in there. It really is my favorite part, so just to block in some colors and start really assessing the beak and where I was placing darker and lighter colors. This flamingo actually was a white flamingo, which is not necessarily typical. We had visited San Diego and had an opportunity to photograph a ton of these animals and birds. Of course, I never go anywhere without a camera, and most people don't these days with their cell phone, but I have always carried a camera just in case there's something I can use in a painting or an illustration somewhere. So this pink is a Brilliant Pink by Michael Harding. I've actually got a few of their oil paints, and I really like them because they're very moist and very vibrant in color. They are not cheap, but you know how that goes. And really, the best part of this painting for me was really exploring this beak and all the colors that made up this beak. It really felt like a galaxy to me a little bit, and so that's why I named this painting Galaxy, because of the beak. You can see here I'm going in a little more detail into the eye to give it some depth. And I'm not really sure why I gravitate towards birds, but I think they're also beautiful. They're so different, and you can never go wrong with painting birds. I'm hopeful to be doing a big bird mural here in the next year. All of these little studies help contribute to the overall aesthetic when working on murals. Most of the time, when I'm making my own dark color or what looks like a black, it is usually mixed of ultramarine blue and burnt umber. I think it just makes a little bit richer kind of painting, and there's nothing wrong with using black, but for this particular painting, I use that combination. The majority of my brushes are Trekell brushes, and you can see for this tiny panel, I have some tiny paint brushes for some detail. And of course, my whites are not made up of just strictly white. They're a mixture of grays and kind of creamy colors. Here I'm just glazing in some shading. The photo is pretty blown out, but I know that there's light is coming from the left side, and I needed to add a little bit of dimension to that neck so it just didn't appear flat. And of course, my favorite part is the varnishing. The big reveal. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. And of course, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button.